When you study the greats, you gotta understand that they started messy. The reason they're still on top is because they've continued to stay flexible. This will be hard. You will want to quit. 4 valuable lessons you and I can apply whether we're just starting or we want to scale our channel to the next level. And the first one is that top YouTube and successful YouTube creators start before they're ready. Now, maybe you've heard this before, but it needs to be said. When you study the greats, you gotta understand that they started messy. Friend, listen, there's never gonna be the perfect time. See, if you're waiting for the perfect time, it will never come. You're never gonna have the perfect calendar. You know what? When things are just a little bit lighter on my calendar, maybe when the kids are back in school and when I'm in this different season. Now, of course, you have to be practical about the season that you're in. But what I've learned is that there's just never the perfect calendar for starting anything, let alone a YouTube channel. Remember, you cannot steer a parked car. Secondly, a valuable lesson I've noticed is that when these creators are starting, they do start with the end in mind. And here's what I mean by that. Sean, I thought you just said start before you have the perfect idea. I agree. You should start before your idea is perfect because there are even no perfect ideas. You got to start, and what you'll notice is that your idea will evolve and change along the way. But it is good to start with the end in mind. So here's a couple questions. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Like, what is the end goal? And that end goal could be, I want 1 million subscribers. Okay, set those goals. Okay, I want to earn a certain amount a month and quit my job. I encourage you to write some of these things down. But also, like, what impact do you want to make? What is motivating you to start your YouTube channel? I've learned this, that reasons come first and results come second. That when I've studied top YouTubers, and if you really squeeze them, you'll find a reason that motivates them. You know, the root word of motivation is motive. What's your motive for starting a YouTube channel? If you want to stay motivated, get stronger reasons. A valuable lesson you can learn from top creators is that they have a goal, a message they want to get out, a target. Like, you look at Mr. Beast, he literally just wants to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. It's like a driving passion for him. Maybe it's to raise a certain amount of money that'll keep you motivated through the hard times on YouTube.
This video is brought to you by StreamYard. StreamYard is our go-to platform for streaming to YouTube and Facebook with an incredibly easy to use interface for built-in branding, transitions, text lower thirds, and seamlessly bringing on guests. It really is one of the best options when it comes to live streaming. And what's so cool is they've implemented a brand new feature called local recording. Take control of your audio and video with local recordings by separating out your audio and video from your guests. This feature gives you the control over your content for later use, making it perfect for podcasts and video creators. Just go to streamwiththink.com to get started now.
As I studied top creators, I realized that not only did they start in imperfect circumstances, that again, maybe they were facing chronic health issues, maybe they were, in a season where there was a lot of drama and turmoil in their life, but they just started. But I'll tell you this, after they started, trouble came then too. Here's a promise for you. This will be hard. Here's another promise. You will want to quit. And the unexpected is going to happen for sure. There's something about being committed to the process. And as I have talked to others, I've learned that their situations have not been perfect. No one's have, right? That they've faced challenges with family members, with friends, for a while, they were getting tons of views and all of a sudden their views got cut in half. For a while, their videos were working and all of a sudden what they thought was working is not working as good anymore. I love this quote from Tony Robbins that says, stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. Top YouTube creators today, here's the secret, right? The reason they're still on top is because they've continued to stay flexible. And the reason they're still on top, this one will blow your mind, is because they continue to post YouTube videos. It might be a surprise, right? But if you stop posting YouTube videos, you're probably no longer on top as a YouTube creator because you're no longer posting videos. And that might seem kind of basic, but friend, even if you haven't posted a video yet, it's kind of a mental shift to think about, this is actually kind of a content creation lifestyle. This is a content creation habit. This is a content creation commitment. And on the other side of that commitment, though, is reaching those goals of growth, impact, money. On the other side of that commitment is reaching those goals. If you have the ambition and you're listening to this, that I want to start a channel and I want to succeed on YouTube, there's something about being committed to the process. And what commitment looks like is I'm committed when it's good and I feel like doing it. It's being committed when I don't feel like doing it. Number 4, and finally, valuable lessons I've learned from top creators is they're consistent over time. What is interesting is I've also had the chance, not everyone I've interviewed out of the hundreds of creators are still around today. Many people have had 15 minutes of YouTube fame. They've come and they've gone. I was talking to, I believe, my friend Matt Koval at VidCon. He's been there for like the last 12 years that VidCon has happened. And he said what's so weird is it's an entirely new generation of characters. All the people who were originally there aren't even around anymore. They're doing other things. Now, there's scenarios where maybe that's not a bad thing. People can retire. They can change careers. They could decide, I don't want to do this anymore. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who probably did want to do it, but they didn't really know how to reinvent themselves when the thing that they started with isn't working anymore. There's a lot of people who still would want to be experiencing the accolades and the YouTube success and the income and everything else that comes with it, but they had some things happen in their life that kind of knocked them out of the game. And that's not coming from a judgmental standpoint. It's coming from an observational standpoint that there's something about staying consistent, keyword, over time. You know, great things take time and patience. And there's many people I've talked to that I've realized that overnight success is never overnight. A lot of times you'll see that there are creators that 12, 24, 36 months, not a lot to show for things. The classic story of Mr. Beast posting 200 videos before anything starts to happen. The classic story of you go into MKBHD, his tech channel right now, looking at his oldest video where he's just shooting on a janky webcam, horrible video quality, talking about a laptop. There's something about going back to the first Think Media video or the first video and just seeing that it's not just about starting before you're ready, and it's not just about starting with the end in mind. And it's not just about being committed to the process for like one day or 1 week or even 1 year. There's something about committing to the process and being consistent over time. And I've learned that most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can accomplish in 10 years.